Of course, and always, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports. A pleasure it is to have you here, live and in charge for the Kickin Assphalt Truck Series every Sunday night. Got a little bit of something going on with the old PC. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I had a couple little skips there. But we're going to be taking care of it. We're going to see what's going to be happening here as these drivers get into qualifying. The Charlotte 150 is about to be hot and heavy. I tell you what, I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do. Mile-and-a-half track racing for the drivers as they're getting ready to be all warmed up and nice and cozy and just kind of fun. One rider out there, good to see you on Twitch. It's always good to see everybody. We got some camera angles changing on us. I'm not sure what's going on there. We may have to make some adjustments as we get ready for these drivers to kind of do their thing. Let's see. Oh, maybe some video settings. I've got some video settings things going on here. Let's take a look. Yeah, it says my encoders having issues here. We'll make the adjustment. We'll see what we can do here. Hasn't said I've dropped any frame rates, so we're kind of taking a look at it. It did the update for NVIDIA, so hopefully things are going to be okay here. I'm just curious to see what's going on. Anyway, hopefully you're all having a wonderful evening. I'm having a wonderful evening over here, and all good love and good progress to see everybody out there having kind of the fun day in the U.S. as I would say it here. Yeah, a little bit of issues going on there. I don't know what in the world's happening. We're just gonna roll with it. We're gonna have a ton of fun, and we're just gonna kind of make things be what they are. Hopefully, you all get to see what's going on, and I'm just kind of curious to see what in the world is happening here. So we're just going to adjust some stuff here on the fly as things kind of not working out in my advantage. I don't know what's happening. Let's see what we're going to be doing here. We got some drivers out there qualifying right now. They're going to be trying to make the fastest lap possible here in the Kickin Assphalt Truck Series. Definitely trying to find a good point structure. 10th race of the season for the drivers here. Let's take a race info on your screen right there. Brought to you by Reaper Speedlab, Team 126 Racing, Blues Diecast, Buttkicker, YRD Designs, U-Haul Moving and Storage, and Ayers iRacing Paints. 100 laps for the track here, 1.45 miles in length, 73 degrees on the track. Temperatures are going to go from sunset into nighttime. That will be the field for you here. And they're going to have a couple of, 70% fuel, a couple of tire changes for the drivers here. It'll be fun. It'll be interesting to see. That's for darn sure. We're going to kick off the sponsors here. Let's see if that makes any difference there for everybody. Hopefully, the chat's doing a great job out there. I'm not seeing it happen anymore. I'm thinking possibly we might have fixed the issue. So I think that might have been what was going on. OBS just being a pain in my tuchus today. It happens. So we got rid of those, but those will be the sponsors for today's race. We'll continue to try to do our best to get these to mention them as much as possible, and it'll be a ton of fun. Joe Francis has been super fast all season long. Looks like right now he is the fastest in the series. So we are seeing kind of the way points have been running. We're going to look here and see what the points standings are in the truck series for the Kickin Assphalt Truck Series. And we'll go to the standings. Let's take a look. It's like Gavin Hibbs and Joe Francis tied, or pretty close to being tied. 1479 for Gavin Hibbs and 1418 for Joe Francis. James Cato third in the points, 1284. Anthony Crownover fourth with a 1222. And Richard Likawa out there is going to be 1179 for him. So that's kind of where they are at. Thanks for all the likes, and we'll get to all that stuff here in just a little bit. They're going to start the gridding process here, as it does look like Joe Francis is going to be your pole sitter, as they're going to get things ready to go away. Look at that sunset there. Charlotte looking beautiful. The Concord Water Tower, and they're going to be getting onto pit road here, or onto the front stretch. These at Charlotte, you grid on the front stretch, and then you make your lap. You don't grid on the It's kind of a way to point the nose at the crowd there, the virtual crowd here for iRacing. Joe Francis, Dustin Hall, that'll be your front row for the drivers. Jesse Cottrell, the number 10 truck, is going to be there with James Cato to his outside. That'll be the front two rows. Keith Hackney, the number 82, and the number 6, Richard, having his 6 spots. I think that's where he's been qualifying quite a bit. So he's been relative to his number on qualifying. We're going to see him do that here as well. Anthony Crownover is going to be inside row number 4 with Curtis Ecker to the outside. Good to see the Eckers out there watching as well. So you on the Facebook page. Much love to you. Thank you very much. Marshall Layton and Oscar Jensen there at row number 5. Dave King, the number 21, is going to have Freddie Durstock to his outside. That number 2 truck trying to be fast here. There's Matt Jorgensen, the number 51, and Rob Cunningham. They'll make up row number 7. Michael Carpenter and Kevin Dampier in the 02. Those trucks will make up row number 8. Row number 9 will be Anthony Cuthbert, the number 20, and Bill Hales in the number 40. They'll be kind of running the tail end of the field. I didn't see, maybe they just had some fun. Bill Hales not qualifying. Jeremy Robbins out there. There's Mr. Worm Rider. You saw his chat come up just a little bit ago. He will be your driver there on the inside row number 10 with GT to the outside, the 22, looking to try to work his way to the front. Bradley Brandon will be the last driver in the field at 21st as they start the gridding process. Man, lots to go over, lots to have fun with. Thank you to everybody out there giving us likes and follows on all the platforms, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and always an opportunity to have everybody get out there and do that. So much love to you if you have done that. Got a goal, 2,100 followers on Facebook, getting close to 500 on YouTube and on Twitch, respectfully. So if you get an opportunity, twitch.tv/signature esports, if you get the chance. And if you don't want to, then, stay there on Facebook or go over to YouTube. There it is, Signature Esports on all the platforms. Lots of fun and exciting. We're going to have fun here. Man, oh man. All right, so you're going to run 100 laps. Fuel strategy somewhere with 70% fuel. My best guess is going to be somewhere around the 30 mark. That'll be where they're going to be at. And, I think 30 to 35 laps. I think that's where we're going to be. We were watching Cup and Xfinity cars come in, on full fuel cycles, somewhere around the 45 to 60 mark. So it's going to be insane to see. It's my best guess, folks. We're going to see what they're going to be doing here. Green flag racing here. Charlotte 150 underway. Joe Francis ready to rock and roll. He's got the inside line locked down. It's going to slide up in front of the 26 of Hall. And they're going to be side by side. The 10 of Cottrell trying to make the inside line still his own. Backstretch running for the drivers as you see him exit turn number 2. Into 3 to complete lap 1. The 10 able to hold on. Hackney there, the number 82, making it work. Looks like James Cato a little bit free there. Going to have the 88 there. Caution will come out. Look like, oh man, everybody trying to get on the brakes. And man, oh man, Bill Hales back on it. Getting free early on cold tires. That's kind of the big issue there. So we'll go back and we'll kind of take a look at what just happened there. Back that up just a moment. Far chase view. Looks like the 3 was loose. He was on the midline. So part of running Charlotte is if you get your tires right there where his are, you can get yourself free. 88 trying to stay out of him. He's going to get up on the wall a little bit. It's like the 3 going around. Ooh, and the 2 of Freddie Durstock. He's the driver that you saw trying to avoid that. And man, there's Freddie Durstock right here. Just right there, trying to up and on top of the 51 of Jorgensen. Little net code right there, and he's going to go all the way around. All right, first caution happens. Cold tires, the ultimate culprit right there, and we'll see James Cato come to pit road. Man, oh man, Joe Francis is your race leader. Gonna stay out there, try to work on it. You missed it. Jeremy, how did you miss that? You were there in the back, weren't you? Trying to work your way to the front? Let's take a look. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to go cockpit view, and we're going to follow this with Euro point of view. Here's what happened. Here's Worm Rider out there on Twitch. Backing it down, backing it down, backing it down, backing it down. Nice job. Way to stay off track. Woo, 40's there. Everybody trying to hold it. Bill Hales goes off track. Man. All right, they're pacing around. They're going to get this back underway here. Cold tires can do you some injustice as well as justice, so to speak. You can get the that definite run very early on, but you can find yourself very free depending on your steering ratio and what you do in these trucks. It can really push away or push you up higher into the racing line and trying to overcorrect. That's kind of what leads you to getting loose. However, it did happen. That is what happens. Man, oh man. They're pacing around. I am going to take a vocal break, and we'll go back to Green Flag Racing here in about 20 seconds. Well, maybe a little bit longer than that. Something I want to talk to you folks about. If you're interested in Friday night racing, well, let's throw it up on the information panel right there at the bottom of your screen. Kickin Assphalt Xfinity Series. It's going to be on Friday nights. It's going to start here in a couple of weeks. You'll be able to watch them out there. They are going to be broadcasted. They're still determining where they're going to be broadcasted. Might be on Signature Esports. Might be back on Full Throttle where their Cup Series runs. So go and definitely check them out. But they are looking for drivers, and they're looking for sponsors as well. If you want your business featured out there, where the videos are up permanently, well, there's an opportunity for you to have 33 weeks of broadcasting, 33 weeks of exposure for a pretty decent price. Get a hold of Marshall Layton and the Kickin Assphalt Xfinity Series Facebook group. You can do that on Facebook. They're back to green here. As the 33 of Joe Francis says, I don't want anything to do with what was going on back there. There they are. Into turn one. Francis leading Hackney there. The 10 of Cottrell. Single file for most of the drivers. But Cottrell tried to utilize that outside lane to make it stick. Into turn number 3, side by side with the 82. They're going to be trying to utilize that side draft just a little bit. 82 might almost clear the 10. Looks like on the corner exit he's going to do so. The 10 is going to be right there, bumper to bumper, between 1, 2, and 3. The 82 of Hackney able to now run a natural line, get himself to the back bumper of the 33. 33 utilizing that midline, coming around turn 2. Low exit for him. Into the backstretch. What a good run these drivers are having so far as we're taking a look at the 82 of Hackney. Joe Francis right in front of him. Look at that line. He is trying to ease himself down into the corner and make it stick as the bumpers are going. Joe Francis has led every lap, and right now Likawa just ran the fastest lap of the race, 29.98 for the driver. He is there in 5th. Try to hold on to it. Rich was very fast in practice, and I'm looking forward to kind of seeing what he's going to be able to do here. 30.22 for the race leader, and he's got about 0.3 of a second faster lap. He is trying to work his way around the traffic and get himself up there. He's inside the top 5, in 6th, up 1 spot from the start of the race. Oscar Jensen right behind him as they continue to move forward. (82-10) to the outside. Battle for the top 6 is just absolutely insane. Jensen right there in that 6th spot, driving the Mobile Toyota, the Mobile 1 Toyota. Marshall Layton inside the top 10. There is the 24 right there behind the 21. Looks like King is the driver he's going to be trying to get around. Dave King in up 3 spots in that number 8 spot. So Marshall, clean truck running, trying to get himself to the inside, trying to get passed down low as he carries forward. And we'll pick up 8th spot over King. GT in the 22 back here, holding on to the top 10, 3 seconds off the race leader, starting to catch. Battle for the lead. Cottrell to the outside of Joe Francis in the number 33. Francis there to the inside. The battle heating up. Down to the grass, the 33 goes. Cottrell taking the lead here on lap 10. Don't count out Joe just yet. He is still making moves going forward and really starting to make it work. Now that I figured out what was going on with OBS, we are going to go ahead and bump up that stream quality because I want to make sure that you folks are getting the most out of your race here. A little bit of a wall tap for the 82 as he was coming off turn 4 exit. Charlotte, one of the free tracks here for iRacing. If you want to get into iRacing, you can do so. Go to iRacing.com, sign up for your membership, and you can get it monthly, semi-annually. I think it's 6 months or a year. You can do that. You get great savings if you do get the year membership, which is what I did. Cottrell starting to lead here, trying to extend his lead over the 33. The 82 of Hackney trying to make some moves. The 6 and the 26 back and forth. Looks like the 6 trying to utilize the outside lane, similar to what Cottrell was doing as they're continuing to move forward. 26, 4, 6. That'll be the top 6. Marshall Layton starting to catch the field. He was 3.5 seconds. Now he's 2.4 to that first spot. It looks like GT trying to make the inside line, or not the inside GT. That's Dave King and Curtis Ecker back and forth. The 12 with the 21. 21 a little bit free off corner exit there onto the front stretch. And as this big jumping tri-oval works for you, he's going to have to carry in. That little left rear damage might be doing him a little bit of harm. There's the Ranco 20. That's Cuthbert there. We were going through the top 20 drivers here. Basically the field. There's Michael Carpenter in the 23 driving the U-Haul Moving and Storage. One of the sponsors here for the Kickin Assphalt Truck Series. If you've got a U-Haul Moving and Storage near you, make sure that you shop local as best as you can, because U-Haul Moving and Storage quite often owned and operated by one of your neighbors. So make sure you take a look at that. Matt Jorgensen getting there to the inside, up next to the 20. He's trying to make some ground here as a 23 in and out of the braking zone. Carrying forward 14 of 151.20. And now the 23 back there. Michael Carpenter trying to make it stick. Rob Cunningham, the number 44. He's driving the Richmar Florist CRC Circle B Diecast number 44. He is back there in that Chevy, trying to get himself all the way up to the front. And then there's our Worm Rider fan, the Honda 7 of Jeremy Robbins, one of the Fords in the field. I think he is the only Ford in the field, so trying to be that driver that is different than everybody else and show that the Fords have just as much speed as any of the other manufacturers here. Lots of Chevys, a few Toyotas. That's him in up 4 spots from 19th. Kevin Dampier started 16th, 0-2. Still there in that 16th spot. Still trying to make it work, trying to make it stick, trying to get himself around. Up, looks like Joe Francis. I just missed it, folks. Joe Francis passing Cottrell for the lead again. Able to save here. Here's the pass for the lead. Here's what happened right here. 33 to the outside. It looks like a little bit of drafting help for the 33-82, utilizing that high line. Look at him run next to the wall, pulling page out of Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson's driving style. He's going to cross over, clear the 10-82 was following. So back to live. Joe Francis, Keith Hackney, 1-2. The 10 of Cottrell moving up the line. This looks like Oscar Jensen starting to work his way into there as well. So try to make it stick, try to make it work. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic evening. This is some great racing going on here. First caution happened on the first laps. Cold tires kind of helped everybody bite the dust there. But to tell you what, Joe having a fantastic evening. He's got the 82 of Hackney there, utilizing a little bit of that grass, trying to get himself there. Inside, outside, midline to low line. The entrance and the exit, super important in 1 and 2. 3 and 4, almost a full throttle drive around. Tell me who do you have out there for the championship 4 NASCAR. We watched our good, one of my favorites, the number 5 car win today at Texas Motor Speedway. So that was exciting to see. Hopefully, you folks are getting out there and giving some support to your favorite driver. Watch some drivers have some bad luck. I tell you what, right now, 19 of 100. It's all about the continuous drive off here. These drivers having a great day. The battle for 1 and 2, 33-82, half a second difference. Jensen getting around Cottrell there, so they're gonna settle in. Oscar Jensen trying to close the distance on that to number 4. Go Strictly Stocks Motorsports driving back from Texas Motor Speedway. Hold, my man, did you enjoy the race today? I don't know if you're a Hendrick Motorsports fan. I have to always ask about that because some people like Hendrick Motorsports. Some people are Joe Gibbs Racing team fans. Some like other teams. It's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. The number 6 truck trying to get around Cottrell. Cottrell went very fast, very early, and now is going to lose another spot. It looks like he's going to fall back to 5th. He was in 4th. It looks like his 6 gets around the 10 pretty easily into turn 1 and 2. Still trying to track down the race leader, but only 3 seconds separating Dustin Hall and Joe Francis, and it looks like he is losing a little bit of ground into the turns, but we'll see what happens here. Looks like James Cato came out of pits, so he's going to be back on the racetrack trying to get some more points under his belt. Good to see. 16 laps down, so we'll see if that motor is going to be good here as they move along. 22 of 100. Pretty quick race for these drivers. We're talking the fall off for the fastest laps. Roughly about 1.2 seconds. Joe Francis, his last lap, 31.43. We'll see what it is this time as he's carrying into the front stretch. His best lap, 30.22. Fastest lap of the race ran by, who was that again? It was the number 6 truck. It was awesome cheering on the only Oak driver, Christopher Bell. Hey, you know what, Bell? What did he finish? 3rd? Christopher Bell he had a good race today. And I see him doing awesome things in the future. So Christopher Bell, very young. I forget how young some of these drivers are. I watched them do the pre-race or the post-race interview, and that was just crazy, insane. How young he looks. 82 to the back bumper of the 33 into turn 1 and 2. There's a 3 trying to get out there and complete some laps and be a part of the the work in progress as far as Charlotte goes. The Charlotte 150 being exactly that. James driving the Bommarito Chevy Silverado. Just kind of got a little bit free there early on. Those and we do talk about tire pressure being a big thing, and cold tires being a big thing. Anthony Crownover out of the race. The 88. I didn't think he got that much damage. But apparently he did. The 88 soaking up some rays here as they're continuing to move forward. Green flag racing since that lap 1 issue, but it has been good racing so far. Folks, pausing. I'll be right back with you. Had to sneeze there. Apologies about that. 33, battle for the lead. 33-82. Joe Francis to the high side. 82 right there with him. A little bit of love, a little bit of side draft coming your way onto the front stretch. The outside lane starting to work on the older tires just a little bit better. The 82 not able to clear Joe Francis just yet, so we'll see if this is going to be able to stick. The Chevy on top, the Toyota to the bottom. Joe Francis still carrying out and doing quite well. And lap time's pretty consistent. Last lap for the two drivers. 31.81, 31.79 for Keith Hackney. Now he's just going to fall back in line, get himself into second, and make it stick, make it work. Rob Cunningham in 16th. Bill Hales right there behind Jeremy Robbins, who's in 13th. And Bill Hales, he's completing lap 24. Just 2 laps down for Bill Hales. driving the Nice Circle B, or the Plan B. Plan B sales number 40 right there, so he's doing some good things. Marshall Layton coming to pit road. Looks like he has got a strategy on his own as he gets down to speed. He will be carrying from 13th. Now he's going to fall back a little bit. So Jeremy Robbins, the number 7 Ford F-150, roughly, what is he, 12 and a half seconds from Joe Francis, but it seems like he's gaining a little bit on the long run. 33, 82, 4, 6, 10, 26. Well, there's your Powerball numbers for the week. And your running order inside the top 6. As Marshall Layton's going to leave pit road. He's going to be the first takers for the green flag pit stop. As you see, Joe Francis still carrying into the corner. 29 of 100, trying to make it 30 as they carry into the front stretch. Good moves so far. Good to see everybody out there. Again, a reminder, thank you to all of the sponsors. And normally I would have the sponsor logos going up, but something's going on with the sponsor logos that every time I have them showing, it's pulling away from the stream. So I don't know what's going on with that, but we will go over them. Reaper Speed Lab, make sure you find them on Facebook. Absolutely awesome. Team 126 Racing as well. You can find them on Facebook. Blues Diecast, Buttkicker, YRD Designs, U-Haul Moving and Storage, and Ayers iRacing Paint. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually throw them in the chat for you so that way everybody can see it. There's all of the sponsors for the race. You're going to see my restream chat up there. Reaper Speed Lab, of course, one of the big sponsors here. We'll make sure to keep talking about all of these folks as they continue to work. 31 of 100. Marshall Layton's going to be a lap down. He would be your lucky dog, but he's got some fresh tires and some fuel. Trying to utilize his strategy here. And we'll see what kind of line he's going to be able to run. Working on hydrating. If you're out there on Twitch, how you doing? Good to see everybody out there. If you're out there on YouTube, thank you so much. YouTube is one of those platforms. It's hard to grow on YouTube, but it is a ton of fun to have those have that channel. I do enjoy it. 82, a little bit free off corner exit there. Joe Francis really connecting the dots as they move around. 1 second off is Oscar Jensen to that Toyota, Mobile One Toyota, driving for the number 4 spot right there. Little clipping from iRacing looks like inside there. Joe Francis, Keith Hackney. We're going to ride along with Keith Hackney as they are bound to determine to maybe go 30 to 35 laps here and get themselves into pit road here. Green flag pit stops will start happening here pretty soon. Dustin Hall on pit road right now. Does look like Anthony Cuthbert is on pit road as well. We are going to possibly do this. There's Kickin Assphalt Truck Series. We'll put who is on pit road as we speak. Oh, that's not what we want. Ooh, little free. It's right there to the back bumper of the 33. What a good run these drivers are having. Here's your drivers at the bottom of your screen who are on pit road. Right now, Eckert's on pit road. Ecker is on pit road. Looks like King is on pit road. Cunningham is on pit road, and looks like Park might be on pit road. It looks like we're going to have some takers to pit road. So your race leader is going to be doing that. Oscar Jensen's going to come to pit road. Ooh, into the corner. Richard's there as well. Does look like Jorgensen might come around and lead here. He is. Number 51 coming around to lead. 36 of 150. So green flag pit cycles happening as we speak. Here's the gap between the drivers. Who's going to be there? Who's not going to be there? And the lap that we're on, 136 of 100. Thank you to SDK Gaming for being my choice of gaming overlays, and the things that you can do with this is absolutely insane. So all good things. Does look like Jeremy Robbins is going to be in second. 51 is going to come around and lead another lap. 10 seconds, so Robbins might be coming to pit road this time by. Dampier is going to be there. Dampier in and out just a little bit. Maybe a little bit of issue there. So we're going to see who's on pit road from what position. Robbins is pitting in from second, the 15th spot of Hackney. He's going to be there. Bill Hales pitting in from 16th down on the bottom of your screen as they're continuing to move forward. Looks like Dampier, Hackney had to jump to pits, I do believe. Something happened there. So there goes Matt Jorgensen. He's going to be in on pit road. Dampier is coming around. He's going to assume the lead, 37 of 100. Well, he's on the backstretch. Joe Francis back out front, had a great pit stop there. And he's going to be enjoying what he has. All good things for all the drivers. Joe Francis should come back around and get his pit stop in. Jorgensen in on pit road this time by, so he'll be closer to the front of the field. This Kevin Dampier, who is your race leader at the moment. Dampier coming around the backstretch. I think he's going to try to make it a full 40 laps. Maybe that might be. George, what's going on? Yeah, absolutely. Let's go Strictly Stop Motorsports out there on Chris Webb. George, it's going, man. It's going pretty. It's good racing. It is good racing tonight. These drivers are doing a phenomenal job. And right now, the 0-2 of Dampier, a little right side damage from earlier on, but able to make it work. Joe Francis, 36-36 on the I rating in second. He and Oscar Jensen. Jensen able to beat out the 82. Did the 82 get a speeding penalty? He's not in the race anymore. Did he come into pit road a little bit too hot? I'm kind of curious and wondering. 0-2 coming to pit road. This time by 39 of 100. Might be out of, it sounds like he's out of fuel. Oh, he's blinking for me a little bit there. It sounds like he might be out of fuel. Joe Francis moving and grooving. He's back out front. And that'll be your green flag pit stops. Most of the drivers came in on 35, trying to split it up, so they'll go 35 probably to 70, and then from 70 to the end of the race. I do believe that this is some of the cleanest racing that we've seen. Reminder, Kickin Assphalt Xfinity Series is going to be on Friday night, starting in a couple of weeks. Make sure you find their Facebook group, Kickin Assphalt Xfinity Series. They also have a Truck Series and a Cup Series. So get out there and check that out if you want to be a part of that. They are, of course, looking for drivers. Not just looking for drivers, looking for sponsors out there as well. So get out there, put some money into the esports series and get yourself some notice. Oscar Jensen trying to best the 33 with the newer tires. And the 33 still utilizing that outside lane, side by side to the front stretch. Oscar Jensen's going to be your race leader this time by. And how long is the 33 going to be able to hold off the 4 on new tires, getting to the bottom 42? 7 laps on these tires for these two drivers. There's Jeremy Robbins, who just came off pit road on 36. He was a little bit down there, but he's inside the top 10, 11th as we speak. He's going to utilize the high line, let these two drivers kind of beat it out and battle it here as you see the 33 all over the back bumper of the 40 of the number 4 truck. So Jeremy Robbins, first truck 1 lap down on a green flag run. He's at 11th. They're tracking down Michael Carpenter, the number 23 truck, who is in 10th, but he's running fast laps. Came in on 33 though, so that might be a change for him. He's a little bit off the pace, little right rear damage. You see it right there by the U-Haul logo. Got a little bit of uptick on that, trying to utilize the high line here to get himself around the track. Oscar Jensen, your race leader, 0.2 of a second over Joe Francis. They are running. Only one caution happened on lap 1-ish, and that was due to cold tires. They're able to run. Oscar Jensen leading Lakawa, the number 6 truck. Richard having a decent day, trying to catch up to the number 4 truck, having better laps. He does have the fastest lap on the race. He ran a 29.98. Of course, I know that drafting has a lot to do with that, but he did make it work. He did make it stick. There's Mr. Cottrell. He is right there behind him in 4th. Matt Jorgensen in 5th. Came in at the right. I think Jorgensen came in at the right time. He's He's in 5th. He's up 8 spots from the start of the race. He came in on lap 37 and was able to run himself around the track just a little bit decent there, and very decently there. So Jorgensen, 14 seconds off the pace, has a whole lot of traffic right behind him. It does look like he might be able to catch here. Might be able to do some good. 31.14 on his last lap. I think there might have been some lap traffic involved in that, so he's trying to catch back up to Cottrell. It's got a lot of work to do here as they move forward. Dustin Hall right there behind him. There to the inside of the 12 and the 22 of GT there inside the top 10 as well. These drivers all 14, 15 seconds off of Jensen and Joe Francis. The 12 into the wall there. Ecker coming down. Corner exit just being difficult for the turn 4, and we see that a lot with the 1.5-mile tracks as the 12 finds himself a little bit off pace, but still out there able to compete. 48 of 100. About halfway through this race, green flag pit stop should be about 22 laps for the drivers as they continue to move forward. Pause for the cause. Going to hydrate. Be right back with you. Oscar Jensen, Joe Francis. Jensen must have made an adjustment on his truck because he was falling off pace just a little bit in that first little run. Now he is ever so slightly closing or increasing that gap between he and the 33. Maybe a little bit of a tape, a little extra tape on that truck because he is. His last lap was a 30.79, 30.84. Apologies about that. Joe Francis ran the same exact lap time, 30.90, that he did the lap prior. So we'll see what happens. 6/100ths of a second. Richard ran a 31.11. Jorgensen, fastest on the racetrack, 30.81 over the top 5. And still trying to do a decent job here. For 33, 6, 10, 51, and Matt's gonna have to try to find a way over the next 49 laps to close some of that distance down between he and the field, especially the top 4 in front of him. Cottrell 3 seconds off the pace, trying to track down the 6 in front of him. That's right along with the gyro cam of this driver as they get into the front stretch. Can you hear getting into the corners? You can almost hear the tires kind of swallowing just a little bit here. Let's change it over to the cockpit cam. We're going to see what the steering wheel's doing for the number 10. We're riding along with Jesse Cottrell here. Bottom of your screen. There he is. Hard into the corner, driving the lower line, trying to make sure that he's getting any kind of ground on the number 6. He's still caught in the draft right there, 0.7 of a second off of him. But does look like the gains by Cottrell are mostly because he's running the midline too. He's utilizing that banking speed. Tell Richard his Steelers are up by 14. He will lose focus and Cottrell will catch him. There you go. There you go. Yeah, the game's on upstairs. I'm a Rams fan, just for those who know, and always have been since they were in LA the first time. And they were in St. Louis over here in Missouri, and they won today, so I was happy to see that. I'm kind of digging football this year a little bit more than than what I'm used to. Not necessarily. Francis catching that last time. He caught by 0.2 of a second. Man. Oh, sorry, the lap before. Let's take a look and actually look at the last 5 lap times between the top 2. Whoop, that's the wrong one. Lap times, there it is. Francis carrying 50, 52, 53, and 54 better than Jensen, Oscar Jensen out front right here. The Steelers, they're playing Seattle right now, right? Seattle just doesn't have the team this year. 0.2 of a second gain by Joe Francis, who has just been patient and patiently waiting. 0.2 of a second behind, 0.2 of a second gained on lap 55. Now the opportunity presents itself. Does the 33 try to make the 44 go low so he can go high? I think that's the line he was working before, and it worked for him when it came to closing the distance down and getting around the 82 of Hackney and the 10 of Cottrell. He was able to pass on the high side. So we'll see if Joe utilizes the high side, or he's going to utilize he is going to utilize that high side. Carrying around turn 1 and 2, trying to carry speed onto the backstretch. He won't be there, but he'll have a heck of a run. That speed to the back of the 4, and quite possibly trying to figure out where can the 4 of Jensen make a mistake here. And he's down below the apron right there. You don't want to drop below that apron because you lose a ton of speed. And Joe Francis showing that he can close the distance if you do that. So there's the 33 with the 4, trying to keep himself neck and neck with the 4 on the corner exit. It's going to be able to do so. The speed is going to carry down the backstretch side by side for the lead. Joe Francis edging out as they enter turn 3. The 4 is going to have to run that low line and try to keep it side by side. But I think Joe's going to have the speed off the corner. Watch the corner exit here as they get close to the wall. 33 is going to lead this lap, I do believe, or pretty close to it. Does so. Joe Francis by 2/100ths of a second as they get into turn 1 and 2. Joe utilizing that midline on the older tires. The more that they battle, the better it is for everybody behind them because they can start catching a little bit. But Joe Francis still running good laps. 31.69 for him as Oscar Jensen ran a 31.77 utilizing the low line. Now he's going to pull himself right to the back bumper of the 33 as the 33 is clear. And now onto the front stretch. 59 completed. Lap 60 underway. Now, after all of that battling, can the 4, who had to utilize that bottom lane with all that tire wear, be able to hold on to it? 10 more laps as Joe Francis is going to look to try to pull away from the number 4, trying to save early, as no doubt they're going to try to come in somewhere around the lap 7 mark. I'm going to, Richard's paint is not showing up. We are going to re-download our paints here, so you might see the trucks get in and out, but it does look like Richard doesn't have a paint on. I don't know. We have to send Richard a paint scheme. There's the number 10. As you're going to see, there's Jeremy Robinson, number 7. He's in 10th. He is in 10th, down a lap, which is quite awesome to see. Matt Jorgensen, 8 seconds off of P4. Seeing the paint update for him right there. I like his JBL.com 51. The Kickin Assphalt Truck Series here. Good to see Jorgensen run 14.8 seconds. He's only lost, in the course of his green flag run, he's only lost 0.2 of a second to the race leader. And that is pretty impressive to say the least, as he's still 14.7, 14.8 seconds off of the race leader. But Joe Francis really doing a phenomenal job here. I think that would be the race here at the end of all of this. Does that make that any better? Matt Jorgensen, the first driver, more than 10 seconds off. He is still tracking down Cottrell, so there's still an opportunity here. Diecast Rampage out there. Good to see you. Richard lost his sponsorship because he's a Steelers fan. Rich, is that true? I'm going to be watching the comments after all of this. Rich, you're going to have to tell me if that's true. If you finish inside the top 3, I'll ask. TKS Rampage, good to see you. I updated paints. I wanted to make sure everybody was there. The Don't Mess with Texas 22. There's the AMI Technical Solutions right there on that Chevy. The 22 of GT, still 22 seconds off right now. Carpenter going a lap down to the 33, 64 of 100 for the drivers. Steelers had a fan run on the field. Did they? What's up, Big Zerk? Good to see you out there, Mr. Zerk. Good to see everybody out there on the page having fun. Thank you to everybody out there on Twitch. Much love. Zerk in the house. Good to see everybody. Francis Jensen, Likawa out there. There's Cottrell and Jorgensen. Mr. Zirkle, good to see you. Good to see everybody out there. Thank you for all the raids. Thank you for everything you guys are doing out there. Thank you for the likes on. That's something I haven't looked at in a minute. I have to get out there and look at all the things that are going on. But there's the U-Haul Moving and Storage. Again, one of the sponsors here for the series. Good to see each of you out there. Stream's looking good there on Twitch. I'm enjoying it. Go over to the creator dashboard. Much love to you. And looks like the 23 is going to come to pit road a little bit early. Zerk, are you ready for Iowa? We're all ready for a lot of fun. Thank you for all the comments out there. Thank you to everybody for doing what you do. You're amazing. Fine. Let's see. James, thank you very much. James is out there giving us some shares and some likes. Brian Ricker giving us a like out there. Thank you much. George Jewell. Thank you, George. I appreciate you. Travis Pierce giving us a like out there. James, you're amazing. I appreciate everybody doing what you do. You are all fantastic. Follow along with the 23 because he is one of the sponsors here. So much love. Reaper Speedlabs, of course, part of that as well. Just got done with practice session, calling it now. Podium. Nice. You too, James. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Hey, it's been a great broadcast. They've only had one caution happen on lap 1 due to cold tires. So if you get a chance later on, go back and watch that. But it's been green flag, it'll be 2 green flag pit stops before the end of this race. And right now, Joe Francis being the dominant racer out there, that truck, super fast, 68, now completing lap 69. It is the infamous lap for the drivers. The number 6 truck coming to pit road a little early here. Thank you for the sub out there, Rampage. Appreciate you very much. TKS Rampage 7 out there. Joe Francis, 1.2 seconds over Jensen. And now here comes where it's going to be. This is going to be where it's interesting. GT in on pit road, leaving pit road now. Richard in his pit stop. Caution's going to come out. And something happened there. And I don't know what yet. We're trying to figure out what did happen. It's great racing. And a caution comes out, and I don't know why. Because now we've got all but 4 drivers a lap down. BNR is going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be our Saturday night here in about, oh man, that's coming up here pretty soon. 3 or 4 weeks, I do think. That's going to be pretty fun. I'm excited with that. Let's go and take a look and see if there's any crashes that happened here. Something happened. Oh, it looked like the 20 went around. So there it is. Let's do that. Anthony Cuthbert right there. Let's go and take a look. Back it up. Boom. Okay, so the 20. A little far chase view. See what happened here. Turn 1, turn 2. Well, it does sting. Oh, he's a little bit freed. When did he come to pit road? He came in on 39. He's old tires. Comes around, whips it back around. Man, they should not have thrown the caution. That was a single car spin. It's all, of course, also iRacing. Oh, on the podium Tuesday. Yeah. That's right, man. Maybe Wednesday. Big Zerk, good to see you. We're going to see what everybody's doing here. Joe Francis to pit road. Cottrell to pit road. Richard should be your lucky dog. So this should happen. He came in on 68. He should, somebody's going to get the lucky dog. Should be Richard and GT at least will get a free pass, so that will work in their advantage. They'll be behind everybody. Dustin Hall looks to be coming around. I think he might have been the lucky dog this time by, so he came in on 66. So now it's going to be all about who's going to have that speed. The air got him loose. At the cold air. The cold air. If you get podium Wednesday night at Phoenix, the league will go crazy. It's possible. It's possible. There's nothing wrong with that. Big Zerk's going to do his best. Everybody's going to have fun Wednesday night. Reminder, Wednesday night, it's a simul broadcast with Top Esports, where I get in there and I call races with them. They're absolutely phenomenal, and it's been great to be a part of that series. If you haven't seen it, then do so. That will be the Beef Jerky Unlimited Truck Series Wednesday night. They do have the Xfinity Series on. That's the Graham Construction Xfinity Series. That's on Tuesday night. That is directly after my eNASCAR Racing Association on Tuesday. And then, of course, on tomorrow night, going to be back the IVRL Pinkett Ford Truck Series. And that is before I start a long shot Mr. Kirby's pick to win. Everything can happen, man. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? Anything can happen. All right, it does look like the 6 will be your free pass here. Let's see where Joe Francis is on the racetrack. So there's a lot of free pass cars looking to get a lead back here, a lap back here. Apologies about that. Some drivers were already 2 laps down due to getting in on the green flag pit stop, and that right there becomes an issue. It becomes not really a problem, but who's going to send it here? That's going to be a thing here. Who's going to be aggressive? Who's going to push the boundaries? And I do think that we might see some interesting things happen here. But one of the guys I root for, the number 51, 15 backwards, he's going to be there in third. Cottrell will be looking for a free pass. He should have been looking for a free pass. Zerk, you're amazing. Appreciate you. I'm phenomenal. I'm just me. I try to be me. I try to be the regular old me. So Cottrell will be there in fourth. He is 1.5 seconds there. There's the 5 of Richard. He's going to be there as well. He's on the lead lap. Dustin Hall back here in the very back. GT is coming around. GT went to pit road. And he was looking like he was going to be a free pass truck there. So we're going to see Dave King is up here with the pace truck. The pace truck's going to release them and send them back around. So they're going to be 1 lap down there. What do we have? 10 trucks. I'm looking, folks. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trucks. At least 1 lap down. So it'll be the battle, as Richard was your lucky dog. So he's going to be there at the tail end of the field. And he'll be in 5th behind everybody. So there'll be a battle for 4 trucks in the front. Late race cautions, breed cautions. I do. That is absolutely true. But Joe Francis has had 1 fast truck. And right now, early on, he's going to have to hold off the 4 because we're only going to have a 27-lap shootout here. And then we'll get to our 25 laps to go, brought to you by Reaper Speed Labs. Make sure you go to facebook.com. Reaper Speed Lab in the search bar. You're going to be able to look at that, and they're absolutely phenomenal. Get out there and check out their products and services. Again, Ayers iRacing paints. If you need a paint out there, some of these drivers are using it. Ayers iRacing paints. That's going to be another one. 33 gets a good jump there. 51 of Jorgensen right there to the inside of the 4. This is going to be James Cato off track. Something going on with James. He's back here. I think he just got a little bit free there, letting everybody kind of roll around him. 33, 0.5 of a second over Oscar Jensen. Cottrell trying to pass the 51 to the outside, so a top 4 night for them. The 6 truck, who was in on pit road, now has a ton of fun. Richard is a lucky dog like his Steelers are since Russell Wilson is injured. Agreed. Marshall Layton being passed by the 6 truck. Looks like Layton is in 11th. He's trying to track down Jeremy Robbins. Well, let's see. Dave King a lap down. It looks like, he's 2 laps down. Layton 2 laps down. Dave King in 8th at the moment. He's a lap down. Apologies about that. Dustin Hall a lap down. There's a lot of drivers laps down here. Thanks, Warren. I appreciate you for the sub out there. We're getting some good subs out there. Appreciate you very much. Francis Reaper, 25 to go. Francis out front once again. Oscar Jensen trying to close the distance. Cottrell there in 3rd. Matt Jorgensen right there in 4th. A little bit free off the corner. Has the 26 to the inside. Hall looking to try to get his lap back as the 51 taps the wall a little bit there. Maybe he needs that right side damage. What do you think? Rampage giving a big old SU shield out there. Thank you for being a warrior and carrying a shield there on Twitch. Much love to you. Thank you very much to everybody out there for doing what you do. Everything that you do gives just gives more back to the community, and we appreciate it. 4-10 battling it for second here, 24 laps to go, and as they battle, Joe Francis able to utilize a free line here as the 10's there to the back bumper of the 4. Little crossover move, maybe trying to carry speed high on the exit here, trying to keep it out of the wall. Not quite enough there. A little bit of nose and right side front damage for the number 10 truck of Jesse Cottrell, trying to hold on to third. The 6 truck makes it all the way through the field and takes over fourth from Matt Jorgensen. Top 5 cut a night, 2 seconds the difference. Matt Jorgensen falls back to 5th, but he's got a whole lap to be able to work with as the 26 is right there, hauled in 7th, trying to catch GT, who is getting around 4 to the back bumper of the 33, trying to push him into the front stretch. The tri-oval very busy, a little bit of grass collecting from the 33 as the 4 tries to close down some distance. Little crossover move for the 4. This worked for him early on before, but then Joe Francis was able to carry the high line and pass the 4 again, just as you're seeing him be able to be competitive here. So the longer the 33 can make the 4 utilize that low line and try to run that line, looks like the 33 to the back bumper of the 4, getting him a little bit free right there. Aggressive does not go around. That is for darn sure. Francis able to really make it work. And so with 21 laps to go here, don't count out Francis. Don't count out Cottrell. Oscar Jensen, one of the biggest movers of the race, up 9 spots and can't go any more spots. He started 10th. He's in first. Biggest mover of the race, however, is going to be GT, the number 22. He's trying to get his lap back. He's in 6th as he carries the front stretch with all of the leaders right here. The 6th of Richard right behind him in 4th. Matt Jorgensen 0.6 of a second off of him, trying to get to the back bumper there, but 2.5 seconds. Maybe a setup thing going on here for the 51. 4:33, 10, 6:51. All of these drivers on the lead lap and a top 5 night for Matt Jorgensen. And we're going to see what's going to be able to happen here. Pause for a hydrate. Be right back with you. Don't count out to anybody just yet. The race is far from over, that's for darn sure. We are looking at 22. Thank you for all the shares out there, James. Much love to you. I did see all of that stuff. Gave out a community sub. Thank you for giving out a community sub. And you said, man, do it a lot. Giving it to everybody. Much love to you, Rampage. Much love to you. 463 followers on Twitch. We are looking at 5,097 views. Much love. And 6 of you out there watching right now. 10 subs. I do enjoy that. 2087 followers on our Facebook page. That is incredible. Incredible. Thank you very much. 2086 followers. 17 laps to go, and then like 480 and some change on our YouTube channel. As far as subs go. So thank you very much. All the followers, all the likes, all the interactions, it all makes sense, and they all do some good here. 4:33, 10. Each of you are a warrior. The 10 of Cottrell, right where he started, so he hasn't gained or lost anything. He's holding on to third just very nicely. Looks like Richard, the number 6 truck, has a decent night ahead of him, 2.3 seconds back. And Jorgensen to follow him up right there, 0.6 of a second. Jorgensen seems like he has the long run truck here. He's been able to make some ground and make some moves. GT behind him, a lap down, would be your lucky dog. But it does look like the 51, who got into the wall just a little bit earlier, running, his laps are about 0.2 of a second off of what the race leader runs. But he is gaining ground on Richard here. Maybe a 10th off. Let me take that back. About a 10th off of the pace of what the race leaders are running. Oscar Jensen, 0.4 of a second. 15 laps to go here. And Charlotte really has turned on a lot of heat. and has cooled down the North Carolina State Track. If you've not been to Charlotte Motor Speedway, I encourage you to do so. It is one of the, in my opinion, of the tracks that I've been, of the mile-and-a-half tracks that I've been to, it is probably one of the loudest tracks I've been to. As the Ford blinks out just a little bit there, we're going to go to the 33s. At least he didn't blink out over the start-finish line. Sometimes that does happen, then you go like 10 laps down. It's just crazy. Man, oh man. We'll follow along with the 33 here. We'll take a look and see what's going on into the cockpit of Mr. Joe. Joe Francis really killing it out there. It's like damp here, utilizing the lower part of the track. This is Joe Francis in second, 0.4 of a second off of the number 4 truck. Oscar Jensen has had one heck of a day. He's really fast early on, but Joe seems to be able to close the distance and work his way back to the front and pass on the outside, which is hard to see, which is sometimes rare to see as well. But look at right here. He closes the distance down, gets a little bit more into the corner. High line, down into it, out of the throttle, into the blue line. You don't want to go below the blue line. But now Jensen looking very free onto the backstretch as turn 1 and turn 2 seems to be the advantage of the 33. Turn 4 kind of almost evens them out just a little bit here. But Joe Francis able to carry forward. 12 laps, now 11 laps to go for Oscar Jensen, Joe Francis, and Jesse Cottrell, who is in third. 2.5 seconds back, the number 10 truck is. Jorgensen passed the number 6 truck for fourth just a moment ago. Here's that pass right here on lap 87. 51 dives to the inside. 6 up into the wall just a little bit right there. Giving enough room for everybody. But just a little wall tap. Sometimes you get a little too high out there. So for fourth place, try to make it a top 3 kind of night as the 51 starts to try to close the distance with 10 laps to go. Anybody think he can do it? Because he's got Cottrell right in front of him. Cottrell right there in his sights as they are really still moving through. 30.05 the last time by for the number 10 truck. I'm sorry, the fastest lap was a 30.05, but his last time 31.62 to Jorgensen's 31.38. So 0.3 of a second better. Long run truck kind of running for Mr. Jorgensen as he still carries the front stretch. Oscar Jensen looking, and this is what he sees in his rear view mirror pretty much. He is really holding on. A little bit free, 9 laps to go. Time to apply the pressure as Oscar Jensen leads here. 0.25, maybe 0.2. There it is, about a quarter of a second, kind of. Joe Francis trying to get back to the back bumper. Cottrell and Jorgensen, a battle for third here, about to heat up. Richard in the number 6 truck in 5th. Last truck on the lead lap. Catching a little bit, the 4 and the 33. That's going to be the battle. 8 laps to go. Charlotte Motor Speedway. Nighttime is the right time for all types of racing. The 4 able to carry that bottom lane around on 4. But the 33 cutting the track off, able to carry a little bit more straight out of the turn. And now the 33, whoa, Jensen blinked there for me. I don't know if he blinked in front of Joe, but man, it scared me a little bit there because I was like, where'd he go? Because the 33 looked like he was right there on the back bumper. 4, 33 midline run. This is the setup that he did before. And does the Oscar Jensen have this here as the 4 is going to push the 33 below the apron, a little bit free off corner exit. Joe Francis leads this lap. And now to the inside, 4 crossover to the back bumper. Don't want to shove the 33. Maybe a little bump and run. That looked like it was going to be interesting there. Joe Francis back out front, 6 laps to go. And has been the consistent driver all night long. So is Oscar Jensen, having that first early 20-lap run speed. And now with 6 laps to go, make it 5 this time by. Does Oscar Jensen have what he needs to get around here. And of course, the 51 and the 10 still battling it out for the third. This is going to be about a podium finish. Matt Jorgensen driving the JBL.com, the number 10 of Jesse Cottrell driving the Fastener Supply, number 10 Chevy, and they are rolling. Joe, the closer, says Holt Johnston out there. He is doing it, man. He is closing, but right there you see the inside line run for the 4. He carries turn 3 and turn 4 a little bit free, but Joe Francis able to carry line much. He started on the pole. That's where he wants to finish. And right now the 51 trying to get to the outside of the 10 truck into turn 1, turn 2. Out of the brakes, maybe a little inside line move here for the 51. This is the battle for third. As the 51 goes to the high side here. The 10 of Cottrell not quite clear. 51 high, down low, trying to keep his nose off the back bumper, but not necessarily one of the lines he doesn't need to run. Crossover move, not quite there. The 51 a little bit faster each of the laps. Looks like Oscar Jensen having a little bit of an internet issue there. 51 up high. Going to utilize that high line just the way that the 33 did. I talked about Matt Jorgensen having a long run truck, and it shows as he's going to take over third as he drives around the 10 of Cottrell pretty well with ease there. Joe Francis, 3 laps now, make it 2 laps to go. There's Cato. Cato rebounded here from dead last after having that issue where he got free in the very beginning, and his rebound to 16th, which is not a bad finish here, considering he's out there trying to make sure he competes for the points that he needs. Joe Francis, 2 laps to go. Kickin Assphalt Truck Series, 2 cautions for spins, which at Charlotte, which is something to say the least. The white flag's going to wave, and Joe Francis pretty much going to walk away with it here, barring a catastrophe. GT just passing Dustin Hall for 6th, so he's going to be able to try to make that battle work for him. But 2 more turns for the 33 as they carry Charlotte. 100 laps, 150 miles to the very end. What a great race. Joe Francis wins it right here at Charlotte. Oscar Jensen comfortable in 2nd. Matt Jorgensen in 3rd. Cottrell in 4th. Richard coming around, finishing in 5th. Top 5 Knight. GT still finishes in 6th. 1 lap down, Dustin Hall. Michael Carpenter still out there. He is, they're getting into each other back here. There's Dave King. Kind of beating and banging on each other. I don't know if they're just having fun. Awesome race, says Big Zerk. It was a great race, and I'm excited. There it is, the 33. It's going to burn it down here. Just don't go into pits. Don't burn it down on pit road. You'll get disqualified. Oh, gotta love iRacing sometimes. All right, race results brought to you by Reaper Speed Labs and all of us, all the sponsors over here. Joe Francis, your race winner. Oscar Jensen 2nd. Matt Jorgensen 3rd. Cottrell, Lakawa, GT, Dustin Hall, Carpenter, King, Robbins, all inside the top 10. Marshall Layton finishes in 11th. Ecker 12th. Hales, Cunningham, Dampier, Cato, Cuthbert, and Hackney all the way to 18th. And we'll take a look and see if there's any more. I think folks are blowing their engines out there. That's the way it goes. Durstock came out he was involved in the very first one. Man, oh man, Bradley Brandon out there running the numbers. Thank you, Brad. Appreciate you very much. Hold good night from Strictly Stock. Ooh, good. Blew up top 10. You're happy with that? I would be happy with that too, folks. Sometimes if you finish if you finish better than where you started, that's a win for me. That's in my opinion. Joe Francis, your race winner. Let's go and have a little chit chat with our race winner to see if we can pull him in just a second. Trying to, at least. There he is. Mr. Joe, what a race you had there. Congratulations on the race win here. You had the truck to beat. You allowed the drivers who did get ahead of you to kind of wear their tires off, run their line, and you were able to kind of just make it work yourself. Walk me through your race, and congratulations on the race win.
Oh yeah, Charlotte. I always try to bank on the long run, and the setup we were using, we kind of figured it'd be a long run because we had some other setups we were working with that felt fast initially, but this one just felt more consistent and just better for the overall race, and it was going pretty good. Me and Keith had a little bit of a battle. Then me and Oscar were battling the rest of that race, and he's really fast. He's a really tough but clean racer. Even though I've only maybe done about 4 or 5 races with him, he's pretty good. It's always a pleasure to race around him. And okay, yeah, and sorry, I'm kind of out of breath too. But yeah, as the race goes on, it kind of worked out the way I planned. Just tires came into effect, and the more I saved them, the better it got. And I was worried on that final run because it wasn't as long as I wanted it to be, but it was still able to work out. I was barely able to get by Oscar within the last 6 laps or so, and still raced me clean, even though we were going for the win. So I thought that was a pretty good finish. And props to him. I mean, we were racing pretty hard, but we never touched each other.
The sportsmanship here was absolutely fantastic, and I know I'm going to talk to him here in just a second. But it did seem like 20 laps was like your magic number. After about 20 laps, it was your setup kicked in, and you were running the 30.8 just kind of consistently, and it seemed like that was where the magic number was for you.
Oh yeah, that's what we were testing, or that's why we chose this setup, because when we were testing, it just seemed so consistent. It would at least stay within a certain range of time for a good 5-6 laps. Then it would drop another 10th, but it would still stay close to that number over time, or at least better than the other setups would. So it worked out.
It worked out definitely very nicely for you. Good to talk to you inside the podium again. Of course, as a race winner, even better. Joe, give the rest of your shout outs out there. And we're definitely going to be seeing you, I think, next week.
Yeah, just shout out to the rest of the team: James, Jesse, GT, Richard, Gavin, Chris, Bryson, and Zishan. We got a pretty good we got a pretty good sized team, even though most of them or a few of them don't race this league, but we still practice with each other, still give each other some good competition. And shout out to the guys putting on the league, and you for broadcasting.
Absolutely, Joe. Appreciate you very much, and congratulations. I was actually getting ready to pull up the schedule one more time just to be sure that I was going to be correct in saying, because we were at Charlotte, we're going to be at Texas next week, and then Nashville Speedway after Halloween. So it's gonna be interesting. Texas, 2 mile back to back mile and a half tracks again.
Texas ain't really my best, but we'll put some work into it, see if we can get better.
Might have to bring this setup to it. It's a pretty darn good setup. All right, Joe, congratulations, and everybody was cheering you on out there. We'll see you next week.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Joe Francis, your race winner here, and what a race it was. He did a phenomenal job. I'm going to try to get Oscar down here. Let's see if we can do that. I know I was talking to Oscar was down in the waiting room. Let's see if we can just jump up here and see if actually we'll pull him down. We'll pull Mr. Oh, there's Oscar. Let's talk. There's Oscar. There he is. I was trying to find you, Oscar. Oscar, you got a copy for me, brother?
Yeah, I do. Sorry, I left, but I was told to come in here. So,
yeah, man, we got to interview you. You finished second. You had a setup for the ages. You and Joe were fast for 20 laps. I think I had the caution come out a little bit about 5 laps later. I think this would have been your race run, because about 20 laps is what it took Joe to catch back up to you and make it work. You had I guarantee top 3 truck pretty much all night. And starting 10th, the qualifying just didn't work out for you. Kind of walk us through what happened today.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we had that fast of a truck. We struggled, or at least I struggled for 95% of the race. Qualifying definitely botched that. Didn't really have anything for speed there. Race, we just most of our guys have given up on doing setup stuff in some leagues, so it was kind of just me going off a default baseline set from last season, and that thing was digging in the ground, so I was plowing up until probably that last pit stop where I was finally able to get it my lichens and little bit too free, middle 3 and 4, but overall, fun races though.
It was an incredible race. It was great to see that you were out there being able to compete, and towards the end of it, able to hold on to second pretty comfortably. Congratulations here, nonetheless. You're taking a number 4 Toyota all the way to the front from 10th, and able to hold on to it, compete.
Yeah, that was a plus size for me. I mean, even though it's second after the first half of the race and the struggles there, I'm happy to finish second. And racing Joe, like I said, was super fun, and I'm glad that he got the win because he definitely deserved it.
That was incredible. All right, Oscar, give your shout outs out there. It's your time to shine, brother.
All right, well, I guess just thanks to the league, thanks to you for putting on this amazing broadcast. Congrats to Joe again, and thanks to Cody Porter.
There you go. There you have it. Oscar Jensen comes home second, and we're looking forward to seeing him at Texas next week. Oscar, we'll see you later on, brother.
Same to you.
And he has a night for the ages. What a run! And let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna pull him down here. It's just gonna be. He's gonna do it. Let's see. Let's move him to me, Mister number 51. My number backwards, Matt Jorgensen. My Omaha, Nebraska gentleman. Matt, you had a truck, and I think you had a strategy. You got a copy for me.
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Dude, you finished third. I was talking about your first pit stop. It was a couple of laps later than Joe. It put you about 14 seconds off the pace, but it seemed like it was set up for the right move. And excuse me, I think coming to the end of that cycle, if a caution didn't happen, I still think that you have a top 5 kind of night, but you were able to have that long run kind of speed out of your truck, get yourself around Richard, get yourself back around the 10, and it worked in your advantage. Walk us through that race. It was incredible.
Yeah, man, I was near the back the whole race, but during that first lap caution, I went right under that car. I don't know who it was who was in the air, but seems like I got some damage, I thought. So I topped off on fuel, no tires, and see if I had any damage, but no damage. So I was kind of near the end, but I had about one more lap of fuel than everybody to make me lead a couple laps. So that was kind of nice. And then I was about to go in, and that caution happened. I don't know what lap it was, probably like the last pit cycle. And it got me towards the end. I didn't have much restart experience up towards front, so they just kind of left me in the dust. But I put myself in position to be there at the end, and that's what it was. So,
yeah, well, it was phenomenal. I was like, "There's Matt. There's Matt." So we all know that I know Matt. Matt drives my number backwards. And he drives a Toyota.
There you go.
And he drives a Toyota. Congratulations, top 3 finish. I know that you get in and you enjoy driving the series, and Charlotte kind of being anybody's kind of ball game, but having a setup to really make it work, and to know that you didn't really have the damage there at the end. It's kind of good insight from my point of view. But congratulations, P3 finish here. And last but not least, give your shout outs out there. You're always awesome.
No, appreciate the stream and the broadcast, Jason, back from Signature. So Marshall puts on a good league here, it seems like. Everyone's professional and whatnot, and I am digging these open setups, kind of get you to be there at the end. You can buy them, all that stuff, and tweak them as you want. So it's just nice to kind of learn this open setup and not always have to be a fixed car. So it's just kind of nice.
It's kind of nice to be in control of your own vehicle, and that's how I look at open setup races.
Yep, I agree. I'm learning, but there's a lot better people on this simulator than me. But it's just fun being able to compete at least at the end. So I've always been caught up in some other people's stuff, and it's kind of frustrating. But just keeping your nose clean and just some experience from the couple leagues I've been in, you learn how to do that. So. Just glad I was there at the end.
Well, your windshield's still intact, and next week is Texas. So we'll be back at the 1.5-miler, and congratulations, of course, on another P3 finish here.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Have a good one.
You too. Matt Jorgensen comes home third, that number 51 truck, driving that Toyota. So inside the top 5 There were 3 Chevys and 2 Toyotas. 2 Toyotas finished second and third. Absolutely fantastic to see. And what a good run they had. Good to see these drivers kind of getting out there and kind of rolling through everything that they needed. A big reminder, thank you to all the sponsors. I will get the logos fixed, but the sponsors they're in the description, but I'll put them up here again. Reaper Speedlab, Team 126 Racing, Blues Diecast. You can find all these guys at Facebook, by the way. Buttkicker, feel what you've been missing, of course. YRD Designs, U-Haul Moving and Storage, and Ayers iRacing Paint. Great race, only 2 cautions, mostly for kind of self-spinning incidents, and that's absolutely insane. A couple of drivers kind of really got impacted by that. Most of the drivers that were more than a lap down, that's what happens whenever you have a caution come out and you're on pit road or going through green flag pit cycle. Thank you to all the people out there subbing and following and liking and sharing and doing all that stuff. You guys are amazing. Thank you to Kickin Assphalt Truck Series and Marshall Layton, all the guys over in the league for having me over here. Thank you to all the sponsors out there. Of course, Reaper Speedlab being your primary sponsor for the series. Much love, and of course, go follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitch, on YouTube, and follow us on Instagram. We have Twitter, we have a TikTok. You know, we have it all. It's just kind of one of those things. Starting here over this next week, I'm gonna be rushing things as I finish things, because I'm gonna be working on. I'm going to be working overnights at another place. So we're going to kind of be running through things as fast as we can, but at the same time, give you a quality broadcast. So we're doing lots of stuff to try to improve and get things caught back up, and much love and appreciation to each and every one of you. I say it all the time, but I always have to say it again and again. If I don't see you, of course, have a good afternoon, good evening, and good morning.